Yeah, our microphone's on. Fuck.
Fuck it.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Catchy. We've probably been talking this whole time. You probably have
That
heard
was
us.
just a good intro.
Yeah, it's a wonderful intro. So I don't know if you guys have noticed. I'm like really excited because I was fucking with the camera quite a bit. Oh, hey, you know what? Okay, first let's do the intro. Let's actually intro.
Little blurb.
Yeah. Okay. Hey guys. For those of you who are checking us live on YouTube, thank you very much. Hi, how's it going? Hey, Chris, how you doing? For those of you listening at home, hey, or listening on the podcast, either Google Play, Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio, or
Castbox.
Castbox. You know what? I tried everything to get us actually hosted through Castbox. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
But we're on Castbox. You can download us on Castbox. We're not being hosted by that.
So, you know.
But okay, so just remember, guys, if you're listening at home, you can watch us live every Wednesday around 3-ish. And then if you are watching us live right now, or if you're just watching this YouTube video later on, you're catching it, welcome to Catchy. And also, feel free to download us on Google, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and Castbox. You know the cool thing about iHeartRadio? They actually have from it's been a long time too. They've been archiving everything. So we can only do 5 episodes.
Oh yeah.
They can archive everything. So I really recommend checking out iHeartRadio. If you guys really, if you're here and you're supporting the stream and you really, 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 really want to help us out, do us a favor. Share us with your friends and family. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at CatchyJD. And hit us up and subscribe on YouTube. Yeah, okay, that's our blurb there.
Blurb.
There, let me, oh dear. Let me get us, I'm gonna find us, but, what were you saying? You were just saying something, sorry.
Oh, yeah, when I told you about Castbox, I really didn't know all about it. I was like, here, this is it. Because I used it. I used to use, TuneIn. Do you know TuneIn? TuneIn Radio?
Yeah.
But there's a pretty big subscription to use that. I didn't want to do that, and I was using YouTube because I had YouTube Red for a while. Which, by the way, if you have the money for it, YouTube Red is a great
I've
thing.
always wanted YouTube Red because then you could.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the light setup and I realize the light's not. I was like, "Fuck you, light."
Yeah,
there we go.
YouTube Red is what I don't have the funds for it currently. When I start working full time again, I'll get it back because it was pretty cool. Just download any video you wanted to do, turn off the screen, you could just listen, whatever. So I would listen to Joe Rogan a lot while I was working. I'd be on YouTube and then
download it. Sorry.
When I stopped paying for that went away. So I decided, I need a fucking something to listen to while I'm working and doing stuff. So I downloaded Castbox, and there was so many episodes of literally people who put things on YouTube also put things on Castbox. Just regular YouTube videos are on Castbox.
Oh, I didn't even know they did video.
Yeah,
that's cool. So I was checking them out, so I emailed them and I said, hey, because you can't podcasting is kind of simple, except for it's not. So you can't just get onto places. It's really hard to just get onto places. You have to get a hold of the right person. So I had to email for this, and then they were like, yeah, totally. But I was like, is there any way? Because what you do is you post all of your shit on the next website, and then you get that website just use the old RSS feed and forward all of the shit to that new one until everything's updated, and then they get a hold of iTunes, all those people, and then they get their RSS feed as the new hosting site. That's how you change hosting. Exactly. That's my problem.
What is RSS feed?
So the RSS feed is essentially how. So you pick a site to just basically just have all your shit downloaded.
That's
right?
Pippa. That's what we use.
Yeah, we use Pippa. I picked Pippa because it was the only free one I could find. God damn it! I find about Castbox like it's been like a month later. Oh my god, I'm so sad because Castbox is completely free. Like you put your shit up there, it's fine, and they have an RSS feed, and it's fine. But Pippa is free for 5 episodes. Then after that, you have to start paying like $12 a month. I mean, eventually, someday, if we get monetized, that's fine. But also, Castbox makes it easier to get monetized on.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like slamming my head, like, no, no, we're too late. And I emailed them. I was like, is there any way we could change it? And they're like, no. They're like, sorry.
So
like,
they can't host us.
no, they can't host it. I mean, they can if we just did all of the, which means so we'd have to completely delete everything HIPAA account. Then we'd have to recontact I contact Stitcher, contact, and redo all the, and then wait the however many days for them to put it up. Assuming there's not going to be some hang up with them being like, this is a podcast we already have on here.
So our next best move would just be pay for.
Well, or find another one that you can easily rehost to. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I was like, oh my god. What does Christopher Goodrich have to say? Good thing for free things that don't have to pay for shit. Good thing for free things. Good thing for free things. Don't have to pay for shit. That's what he said. Okay. So I had to reread that. I'm really tired this week.
Oh, so do you want a little boost? I haven't told you this because I wanted to tell you live on air.
What's the boost?
They think my mom is in remission. They think that her tumors are gone.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, Darian was actually, that's where you were.
In Minnesota, Mayo.
In Minnesota, he was at Mayo, and he got snowed in.
We got like 8
week.
inches of snow in about 4 hours.
He messages me and he goes, "Hey, what's the weather like in Iowa?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" On Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I scrambled and I got Thomas, and Thomas and I, like on a dime, just decided to go see Ready Player.
Yeah.
I was like, we'll talk about that. Which, by the way, lowest watched episode. I don't think movie reviews are like very podcastable. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe it should be a segment in the podcast.
Yeah, something very small because it was.
Yeah,
it was like 6 views and 3 downloads.
I was watching it and I like Thomas. Thomas is a good speaker.
Yeah,
I was watching it though, and I was like, they're still talking about the movie.
Yeah, we talked about the movie the whole fucking time.
The whole time.
It's a good movie with a lot of shit to talk about. But yeah, no, it was, ooh, buddy. Ooh.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole thing was kind of, we were supposed to be home Wednesday morning. I had class that I had to cancel, but I was supposed to be home at like 11 or 12 Wednesday, which would have gave me plenty of time to get to class and then get here.
Right.
And we wake up, well, actually it was Tuesday morning. We wake up and we already had like 4 or 5 inches of snow. And then we went to 8, and I think there was a little over a foot at the end of it. It snowed till 4 in the morning the next day. Message you. So got a lot of snow. There was nothing we could do, and so I felt bad, but I was like, I literally.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you just can't.
Yeah.
You got, and it is like at least you were safe, like because that's the scary thing, like. You don't know if you can make it back, but I mean that's excellent news that like at least the trip paid off and it.
Well, she got her spinal chemo done.
Christopher Goodrich says, congrats for your mom.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bring in Lefty Jay's Sleepy. What?
I don't know. Christopher Goodrich just. What? I like his messages because then he has to like message again and explain.
Yeah, then he has to like re-explain.
Slow down. And
so okay, so Chris is actually like I have to explain. Chris, this is not talking about you. This is talking about someone else who popped in on my stream, but it reminds me of that. and just how lucky we are to have Chris.
Yeah.
Because I had like another guy pop into my stream. I was playing Red Dead Redemption. And the guy goes, and I was like, "The fuck are you talking about?" Like I just stopped and I went, "What? Sorry, what are you talking about?" And he goes, "I want you to tie up the women in the game and slit the throat so I can hear John Marsden's quotes." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe not this time." Because I was trying to beat the game, and I'm like, "I gotta do
Yeah,
that."
see, every time I play a game for the first time, I always like play it the way
Yeah,
it's supposed to be played. Then I go back and fuck around the next time I play. Cause like GTA 4, say, I played that game 8, 9 times, beat it, and then every time I played it different. But the first time I always play a game, it's always like, all right,
yeah. You're
I'm
trying to play the
really.
story. Are you trying to? Do you try to be like morally good,
I guess
or do you go
depends.
evil?
Depends on really
If
like
you're
if I
playing like a
if I play like Skyrim. Depends on who I pick as my character, my opening character. You
okay.
know, if I'm
But
a.
for your first playthrough on games, do you typically try to go the good path or the
So let's bring it to GTA, which that's the only thing that comes into my mind every time I think about games. Like, um, on Grand Theft Auto, I will play it like the way it's supposed to be played. If
Duggan?
I'm supposed to kill somebody, I kill them because you know like a lot of games you have options that like lead you to different ways that the ending will be different.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. My phone like freaked out. So just keep talking.
So you have those games where you can pick your ending almost, and so if I think that okay, if I play this way, like Skyrim is a good example. You fuck around in another town, right? You kill people, you get a bounty on you, right?
Yeah.
So I try to play fairly. I try to play to make it so my first go around to make it as like I'm least bad as possible.
Yeah.
Like that's usually what I try to do is try to just make it like okay, so I'm not gonna run anybody over at this stoplight when I'm driving. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go.
Don't
I
hit
mean,
that old lady. Don't hit
sometimes
that old lady.
sometimes I even stop at stoplights and just sit there and try
You
to be.
don't.
I do.
You can't.
I do.
That's
I
ridiculous.
follow this. I go to first person mode on GTA 5, and I look at my speed limit, and then
Oh my god.
I follow speed limits. Sometimes,
That sounds
other
like the
times.
most boring gaming
But you know what
ever.
else is the most boring gaming ever? Getting out, taking a minigun, and just shooting the fuck out of everybody. That's also really boring because then you're
Because
just doing the same thing.
one, it's just you just end up the same.
Yeah. So you gotta have a strategy when you play a game. You have to have the balance of good and evil in every game.
So I start. Well, so the only reason I was thinking about it was so I beat Red Dead Redemption. And you can play like on a moral compass, but I think the only thing with Red Dead is like it gives perks for
Mm.
perks. Um, and then I started playing Dishonored, and like I try and go the good path. Like that's my first thing. But Dishonored made it so fucking hard to be a good person. To go completely good. To go completely good, you can't be detected and you can't kill anybody. You have to knock it like sleep them.
Oh
You
yeah,
you
like
just walk behind and
yeah.
sleep them. And it's all stealth. Oh my god, it's so hard. It's
Yeah.
so hard.
I
Because you
played the
get
first
caught, and then
game.
they're like, I'm gonna murder the hell out of you. And I'm like, no! That's what I've been working on. I'm about to beat the game. It's funny because they like talk about like the chaos level at the end of the level, like how much, and I'm high chaos. I see a bunch of people. After a while, I'm just like, bang, 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 bang,
Yeah.
until all the guards are dead. And I'm like, okay. But oh man, that game stresses me out.
Like Assassin's Creed, dude. And I played the first game, so I kind of compared Dishonored and Assassin's Creed a little bit. Assassin's Creed, you gotta like if you really want to complete the story, if you really want to do it, you gotta do it the way Ezio did it, or the way
Yeah,
his.
you can't murder. Or the first game you can murder civilians. Maybe the second,
But you
but after
do.
that they won't let you murder civies.
But the first game you can up to a point. After you murder like 3 or so, then you get desynthesized, whatever the
Oh, desynced,
desynced, yeah,
desynchronized. There we go.
desynchronized. But like on the newest one, if you do murder one, it's like start over.
Oh
Like,
my.
but yeah, I just like it's so hard. I know what you're saying. It's so hard to like sneak up behind a guard with 3 people, knock one out, and not get caught by the other 2.
Yeah. Imagine that, but only first person mode.
Oh yeah.
In Dishonored, and they're pretty
Dishonored
good.
is actually I think it's a hard, but it's fun game.
Yeah,
like,
apparently there's like 8 different endings. So
Oh,
I may be
really?
replaying it. Like I'm really thinking of it. Because
Yeah.
like it depends on what you do. So like let's see. The first 2 sets of people you get set out. So you always get an option to say just take them off the map but don't kill them. Or you can just straight up kill them. The first 2 sets, kill them. Like straight up kill. My favorite moment, like I'm like up here, there's these twin guys you have to murder, and this dude's just sitting in his and like you have this thing where you can and no one. I'm like it's far from me to you, and I'm just and he's just standing there, and I'm like, so bang. It was the weirdest thing. I was like, okay, this is hilarious.
I do have 2 games though that I have no moral compass on. Like GTA, I have a moral compass depending on my mood. But like God of War, sometimes you will be given the option to like somebody did something bad, so you can either spare their life,
grant them mercy.
Yeah, no, I fucking kill the bitches every time. And then also destroy all humans. Literally called destroy all humans. Fucking destroy them. Like
Don't.
No mercy.
Oh yeah, it's murdercation all the way.
Yeah.
Christopher Goodrich. Oh, you've already told me you love you like sports games.
Yeah, I'm a
big sports game.
When it comes to sports, I don't like normal sports. I like football. See, I'm a huge Vikings and a Hawkeye fan.
Yeah.
But other than that, and I'm sorry, Grace isn't. I shouldn't have said that too loud.
It's fine. She knows.
But
don't talk shit.
Huge Vikings and stuff. But other than that, can't think of the word. A non-traditional sports guy like UFC, motocross, and
I want to turn the camera. Sorry. Cause is that gonna fuck everything up? We'll see. Let me turn around.
You're off.
I'm off the. Fuck you, Cam.
Just now you're.
Ah!
Now it's you.
This is the Jerry Show. No.
I'm gonna slide in. That might help.
You slide in.
Yep.
Ooh. Go. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Are you?
And then we'll bring this forward a little bit.
I don't know if you're like out of the camera focus again. Let me just do
technical difficulties that aren't really technical. They're more like personal difficulties.
I was just looking on YouTube and I saw you out of the camera and I was like, what the shit? Boom! We're back. Sorry.
Bitches. Yeah.
Biznatches.
So what about his sports? I'm a non-traditional.
I was gonna
sports
ask
fan.
him what his favorite games were. I remember sports games. And then what else was I gonna say? He sent a message. He says that it's a baseball term, relief commander. Get ring more of Sweet D in the video. He wants more of that Sweet D in the video. I gotta point.
And it's more it's luscious D now, Chris.
D? You do change your Twitter. I never even like a lot, but I have a friend who changes it like once every 5 seconds. It's crazy.
I try not to. See, I'm trying to make it more professional because I have so much shit going on.
You don't want to be Sweet D anymore?
So
how does that go? Like a pitch meeting for like, okay, well, I got this new cricket salve that'll save lives. Um, if you check out on my Twitter at DeliciousD.
Well, it's always gonna be
It's
D
at
Darian, but it's
D Darian, and then there was like, who's a Sweet D?
Luscious D.
Mm-hmm.
Big Papa with the big D.
My buddy was like Zachy Babs for the longest time. Then he changes it constantly. I like Zachy Babs. I thought that was. I don't know.
Yeah, there's some people can get away with it, like Post Malone. His name is Beer Bongs and Bentleys.
I don't even know who Post Malone is.
You don't know who Post Malone is?
No, I don't know who Post Malone is. Where did my mouse go? Okay, guys. Chris, I want to share something with you. I was talking about this earlier. So excited. I showed Darian. So you gotta check out this. I watched one fucking video from this guy named Harris Heller. He's on the Alpha Gaming channel. And if you're thinking about streaming on Twitch at all, you should follow this guy. Watch this. Watch this. Watch, Chris. Okay. This is what we were dealing with before. This is what our stream used to look like. Boom. This is it now.
Boom.
Boom.
Goes the dynamite.
Just a few settings is all we had to change. Quite beautiful. I was so excited. I was like, oh!
Got all giddy.
Well, I watched his video and he did it, and I was like, whoa, that's a huge difference. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go home, or I'm gonna go try that real quick. And I did it, and I clicked it on, and clicked it off, clicked it on, and clicked off. I'm like,
what is this sorcery?
What is it? It was just like a few like minor adjustments in like gain and saturation and all that shit, and I was like, wow, like just wow. And because of that, like I've started to like slightly obsess over photography videos now too.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I want to see you someday when I come pull into the driveway and you're taking a picture of your tree, just real close.
Well, so like this one guy was talking about, like he had this video like top 5 ways to up your photography. And like one of the things he talks about, like shooting through something. So like one of the things he did was he took his camera and he like shot through his fingers the focused objects. Like if I was focusing on that camera, I just take my phone, I'm like, I shoot the camera through my finger, so my fingers go out of focus, but the camera focused. But like he takes like tree branches, like don't shoot through the tree branches things and stuff, and I'm like, that's so cool. Like it's just, I don't know, just little things, because I'm thinking about buying. I'm trying to sell off my movie poster collection. I said fuck it, I put it up $1,200 for the whole lot of them. 200 posters. Listed them. That's crazy. But if someone talks me down to 800, sold. So I just gave myself breathing room.
Yeah.
Selling tips, guys. Selling tips. If you want to sell something, someone's gonna try to talk you down. You know that's how it works, right?
Right.
So you just sell it for a little more. So I put it up for $1,200. Someone wants to buy them for $800. Cool. Anyways, trying to buy a camera. Like I found like this really nice camera.
What is it? I mean, you don't have to look it up, but
it's more better now. I'll check him out, Jay. Oh yeah, okay. Luscious D and Sweet J in the afternoons. See, Sweet J isn't that scary though. Like Luscious D or Sweet D is, you know what that means. I don't think like the dirtiest you can use the letter J for is like Sweet Jock, which still doesn't sound that dirty.
Call you Smokey J, like a
Smoky J.
Smoky joint, but Smoky J.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay, the camera that I'm looking at is, what is this thing called? The Canon EOS Rebel T6i SLR camera.
They're a good company, I know that for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to get one because it's supposed to be for like 2018. It's supposed to be budget wise tubing cameras.
Yeah.
Which I don't really want to do that much like vlogging and shit. But I had like a few YouTubing ideas, like of going out in the field and doing, and like hooking a shotgun mic up to it, just kind of doing it myself and working on it myself. But I need a camera first, and I don't just have $800. That's the problem. So, um,
Yeah, you know what though? You can't really talk a company down if you go in online and you try to buy online. You can't talk somebody down. Like you just go if it's a actual online store like Canon
yeah, it's
online.
Amazon.
But right, so Amazon too. But if you go into Best Buy, you can usually talk like my Alexa. When I got my Amazon Alexa when it first fucking came out, it was like $350 on the store. I talked them down to 250.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
I know you could haggle with a.
you can haggle fucking anywhere, dude.
Yeah,
Best
I know
Best
you can
Buy
haggle with
is
Best Buy.
Best Buy and Sears are pretty good at that.
Like that was the worst thing at game. Was like people would come in and I'd be like, "Yeah, I can give you $50 for your 75." I don't think you. I was like, "We're a
Right.
because they think we're a pawn shop, like like yeah, I mean, it was locally owned, but it was a chain, and like the prices are very firm prices. So they're sitting here trying to talk me down. And it's like I can't go down. Like I don't have the power to go down on price or go up on how much I'll give you. Also, it's an Xbox.
Right.
Like, I mean,
See, like when you go into stores, usually talking somebody down on a like a Beats headphones or an Xbox doesn't usually work. My Alexa case was special because it was in the Mall of America. First of all,
oh
they
okay.
had plenty of traffic. They were doing this big promotion thing. I mean, it rung up as 350, and then I had them take it off. But that was like a special case. Usually though, and I actually have a teacher, and I Ed. You remember Ed?
Oh, Jorgensen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Ed.
He told us, he goes, if you go to buy a washer, a dryer, a bed, or a fridge, you can usually cut them 25%. Like at least 25%.
Oh, I didn't know that.
As long as they're like well known brands. I mean, if it's some shitty washing machine that costs $200, you're going to get it.
Ed's one of those guys who will know that. Ed is very like he was my tax teacher. I think like a personal finance class. I think I did.
I did.
He was my teacher though.
Yeah.
Ed's my man.
Ed is probably, yeah, I like him. He just is not, he's a fucking lawyer.
Yeah,
He's knowledgeable about his shit.
yeah.
It's crazy,
Is he
but
still flipping houses?
I don't know. He doesn't talk about it if he is.
He used to. That used to be his thing. Is he was well. Last thing I knew. So there's. I mean, but he was living in a house working on. I think out at Holiday Lake.
Well,
Um.
that he did give us a story in our personal finance class. Actually, it was a business class, different class, but told us a story about it. But I haven't heard him talk about it
Yeah, he said he
since.
was like flipping a house out there, but I mean that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But he was really, really, really fun to talk to. Oh man, so you're a Hawkeye fan, right?
Hmm.
Do you know who Chuck Long is?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he was in last night, West Side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, biggest nightmare of my life.
I would bet.
um, um, he was very nice. Like he was there for like the Rotary meeting, so like we feed the Rotary guys like
Hmm.
every Tuesday. And Chuck Long was there to tell like a kind of book or something. Don't ask me for details. I was not a part of it. I was working full time. So, and then they set up a booth around the corner in the middle of the restaurant for him to sign books. And like 50 Rotary dudes showed up. 50. And there's these poor ladies, old couples, just sitting along the edges around the outside where that booth was. And boom, just Rotary hit. Just they it just hit the floor, and then you just see like these people trying to like eat breakfast like for dinner, and they're like, I'm like, it was a long, long night.
Yeah.
He was a really nice guy though. I guess he played. How long ago did he play for?
Oh fuck. Oh no.
Yeah, he was an older guy. So yeah, Chuck Long was in last night. That was.
Yeah.
Then we actually had there was a presidential candidate named who's from like Massachusetts the other day talking to He just had a group that he was talking to. The guy looks like if Will Ferrell, like when he wears the bald cap with the hair on the sides, that's exactly what he like.
Oh,
Like,
really?
oh my god.
Oh, when he does what's his name? One of the interviewers, and he has a
Yeah,
laugh and he falls back in his chair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Basically that. That's John Delaney. That's what he looks for. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Um,
Hy-Vee hosts like breakfast for like Grassley and Branstad and all of those guys. We've had several breakfasts
oh,
for, but it's never been like crazy busy. It's a very good marketing scheme, I think, on their part because Hy-Vee's center, like their demographic, is old Iowa farmers
yeah.
who come in get coffee every morning.
It was, I was in on Monday. I had to get some groceries, so I decided to go in Monday morning, and it just seemed like seeing animals in natural habitat. Like this is like a fuckload of just old guys getting coffee, and they're just spread out in there, and they're all.
Oh,
I walk by. I'm like, you ever like walk by like a field of animals sometimes, and like one or two will just kind of.
yeah.
And this is exactly what happened. I kind of walked in and looked through the windows at them, and they were just like, just some of them just.
Yeah, no, it's fucking. And what the funniest thing is, they'll all be like there'll be a table of 4 or 5, and then there'll be another table of 4 or 5, and there'll be a guy here and a guy here and a guy here. They all fucking know each other because
Yep.
you'll hear one guy from this table yell over, "You choke on your breakfast, old man."
He's like, so like that's like sheep, like a whole bunch of fucking sheep sitting in the wood, like, and you're always like, I wonder if they can talk to each other. And then you like go to that, and like you go and you see the old farmer man, like just all herded together, just like that, like bah, bah. And it's like that's they can. I think
Yeah.
sheep can totally. I think when they're off duty for whatever their sheep job is, they just herd together in that one spot at 6 a.m. every Monday, and that's why like someone walked by like, think they can talk to each other? Like they're just over here like, where the fuck is that going by?
I wonder. I've always wondered this: if when a sheep gets their wool when they get sheared, if that ba is them laughing at that sheep coming ba,
bah. Oh
and then they
man.
were just like that's common language for them now. But at
One of
first,
the one of the photography videos I was watching, the guy's like talking and he stops and he goes, there's a sheep line directly towards me. He turns the camera around, just walks up to him and goes, ah! Ah! And like the guy just like turns the camera back around, goes back, and every now and then you just hear, ah! Like,
you know what's the funniest part about this conversation is your wife is downstairs. She just gonna randomly hear you go ba.
yeah, yeah. She's probably used to me being weird. Everyone is.
Yeah, yeah.
We had this conversation at work the other day. Coworkers looked at me. When you talk to yourself, she goes, the only time I'd ever be worried is if like it answered back. It like does the voice in your head ever answer back? And I'm realize when I'm talking to myself, I'm answering the voice in my head. Like, that's what's happening. I said, "Are you still worried?" Like, because that's a little more
See, and
worrisome.
that I always get that. As long as the voice, as long as you don't answer back, everybody says it to me. Well, I'm with you. I'm always,
I'm the one talking to it.
yeah.
It's like it said something to me, and I'm replying. Like that's the.
You know what I have trouble with keeping to myself a lot is when I'm out in public. I like to talk to myself in different voices. So sometimes I will have Obama and Bobcat Goldthwait talking to each other, but I'm the one saying it, so I'm the one having a
All
conversation.
out loud, like the whole thing.
Yes.
Wow.
And like I just do that sometimes, and I always got to be careful because I'll do it while I'm in the car, and I'll get out of the car and I'll start doing it again. I'm like, I gotta stop.
Gotta stop having this conversation. I mean, yeah, every now and then I'll do like a slight voice in my head or like a British accent, or I'll be like, "Oh, you fucking mate."
One of my favorite things to do is to like actually talk to other people in different accents. And
Yeah,
so like I like to do my Joe Swan. Hey Peter, hey Peter,
but
and I'll go shake somebody's hand. Hey Peter. I don't know. I'll just do random stuff with them, but
my so like lately my obsession is watching there's this channel called the Facts Channel, and it's Irish people things, like American things typically. So like some of them are like the best, with like Christmas, Eminem, just random American things, American breakfasts. Um, and for a little while after that, I'd be speaking with an Irish accent, trying not to. Like, it's really tight. But I love that channel because it's really really funny. Like the one guy was talking about, and it's harder to do if you're just got fresh, like listening to it. It's so easy to pick up that accent. Now, like it's been a while since I'm like going like, oi. He's like, he's like, it tastes like Santi's beard. He's like talking about the M and M's, the mint M and M's. He's like, it's like licking Santi's beard. It's delicious. And I'm like, okay. And then later I'd be talking to my wife, and I'd be like, oh, you gotta get to work. I'll see you later. Don't worry about it. Just come on. I gotta go. I'll see you. Fucking, fucking wait, people. All these people would be looking at me like, "Can I get real butter with that?" And I'm like, and that's a not a quite as sharp. I can usually make it a bit more of an actually sharper Irish accent,
yeah.
but like, it's still like, I don't know. It's really crazy.
I like I like listening to accents and watching them and then trying to. I can't do Australian to save my life. I mean, I can, but I really when I do Australian, I really have to focus on it. It's bad. I'm not even gonna attempt it right now because it's so
Yeah, let's
awful.
not.
But
Just in case Ted Harry comes back.
yeah, but like I don't know if you can tell, but my Irish,
Yeah.
I'm mostly Irish, right? And
I did not know that. I assumed you were Norwegian.
no, I'm mostly
Like the
Irish.
Vikings was like a personal history thing.
Like,
Cause you're a big motherfucker.
like,
Like you're tall and you have stature. Like
literally, my background is a little bit of Cherokee and a little bit of Cherokee, some German, then Irish is like my family heritage.
mostly Irish.
Mostly Irish. So I watch UFC a lot, and one of my favorite people to watch is Conor McGregor.
Oh my god.
And every time I watch him, I'll be with my buddies and I'll be watching him, and I'll start talking. And I'll be, ooh, that was a mean left hook, wasn't it? And I didn't like try to say that. It just comes. Some things for me
What are
just
your feelings on
naturally come
Conor
out.
McGregor stuff right now?
Oh yeah, so I want to talk about that.
Yeah, you want to talk about Conor McGregor? Let's talk about Conor McGregor.
Yeah, yeah. So
Christopher Goodrich. It's been a while since I haven't been in the chat. Sorry.
for people who don't know,
Oh, hey
um
Thomas. Sorry, keep going.
for people who don't know, and there's a lot of okay, studied this topic. Okay, there's a lot of misconception of what happened and what didn't happen. What happened was okay. I'm not gonna try to pronounce their names. They're both
Yeah.
Russian.
Okay.
Khabib, I can do. The other, I'm one Russian guy came up to another Russian guy. Okay, Russian one, Russian two.
Sounds like
Russian
the
one,
start of a Russian.
Russian one is gonna be Khabib. The
Okay.
and then Russian two is the other guy's name I can't pronounce.
Okay.
So Khabib went up to one of Connor's men, right? Basically jumped him, started shit with him, right? That didn't fly with Connor. And I'm a huge Connor. Now what he did was a little distasteful. What Connor did, but so this guy jumps another guy, right? One of Connor's guys, right before UFC 223, which the whole thing around UFC 223 is like this fight is huge now because of this Connor stunt. And so I'm starting to think it might be a little. All right, anyways, I'm gonna keep talking.
Staged.
I'm gonna keep talking. And so Connor comes from Ireland to see Khabib. Khabib goes into his bus for protection, which on my end is a bitch move. You're gonna fuck with some guy, prepare to get fucked with back. Sorry, that's my own personal.
Wait, Khabib attacked the person, or Khabib's friend attacked?
They both. I mean, there was he had a posse with him of 3 or 4 guys. Khabib started the shit, and his friend just kind of went in on it, like with Khabib, right? And in a hotel lobby in public, there's a whole video. You can watch it. You can go on UFC embedded and watch the video and everything. I know what everyone else knows. Khabib started this shit. Connor didn't like that. Comes down. Khabib goes and hides. Now, if you're gonna start shit, be a man about it and take responsibility for it and be prepared for the repercussions. Now, what Connor did, getting into the facility with 30 of his fucking guys, right? That's starting a gang. That's a thug move. Yeah. Gets in. Those 2 guards that let them in should have been fired. Should be fired. I don't know if they ever did get fired. They should be, though.
Well, say a guy shows up with 30 people, and you're the security guard.
And Conor McGregor is leading. Doesn't matter. I'm going to turn them away. If that happened at Universe, like...
Do you think... Well, because, like, do we know what the account was with the guard? I mean, did he, like, say, hey... go away, and then Connor was like, we're coming in anyways?
On the video itself, I mean,
you can see.
Well, you are from the inside of the facility. There's a video pointing, so you can't see Connor, but you can hear the conversation. Connor's yelling, let us fucking in, fucking let us in. He's banging on the door, let us in, let us in, let us in.
Oh, he actually let him in. Like, he wasn't, like, it wasn't like he was standing in front of them.
No.
Like, I was imagining, like, just one guard, 30 pissed off USC dudes being like, we're coming through you. And he's like,
no.
You shall not pass.
They swipe the card to open the door, let him in. They go in, they're yelling. Khabib is hiding on the bus. Connor grabs a dolly or a hand truck, however you want to call it, and throws it in the window. That's uncalled for. And he apologized, and it was bullshit that he did it. He shouldn't have done that. He should have waited, texted Khabib, said, hey, you want to fuck with my people? You and me, we can fight. Fight in the ring or even out of the ring. I wouldn't care. I'm sure there's going to be a video to watch it anyways.
Yeah, some of the cell phone camera.
But, I mean...
in the ring, though, is going to have a lot better resolution. But then you have to pay $50.
Khabib started it. It should have been ended with Connor and Khabib. It shouldn't. I mean, the guy he punked on, the Amid, or however you pronounce his name, was not as good of a fighter. He's just not. Didn't have the ranking. He had like a 23-12 rank, but Khabib had a 15-0 in the UFC. I think that's the right number. He had I'm pretty sure, undefeated rank in the UFC, whereas Khabib didn't. Obviously, they don't match up. Connor, however, besides his Floyd Mayweather fight, has won all of his fights. Connor is, I think, 10-0. Besides Floyd, which that Floyd fighting thing, I'm hoping they have a Floyd Mayweather too, because the Floyd and Mayweather, Connor and Floyd 2, fight number 2, because the boxing wasn't fair for Connor and the UFC fight won't be fair for Floyd. I'm sorry, but
I know. But here's the thing with Floyd's boxing strategy. I think is going to go the same with his match choicing strategy, and I don't think Floyd will get into the UFC with Connor. I think Floyd would be like, okay, definitely a bad idea, because Floyd's a long game. Like, he's a thinker. He thinks about his shit. Mm-hmm. And that's why he's like, yeah, I'll box you.
But the money. So here's the deal. Floyd is out of boxing, and he is now training in the UFC.
Is he really?
Yes, and speculating that September Connor, this is what leads me to believe that this whole was just a ruse just to get promotion for UFC 223, because the way Dana White, Dana, the president of the UFC.
Is he the one who's been doing all the like the press releases and shit?
Yep,
Yeah.
he's the UFC. He's the
He's
president,
he's really fun.
the bald guy.
He's like, this is fucking ridiculous. And
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
It was despicable. I'm disgusted by it. All the shit that he said. Literally 2 days later, oh, me and Connor have mutual respect now. He was mad at Connor. Now they have mutual respect. They must have talked something out.
So he's like a Vince McMahon almost.
Like, well, okay. Dana is a lot more personable with his athletes. He talks to them. He goes to their house to set things up. He does things. Vince McMahon is the chairman, and he's just this big guy on top that really
like,
doesn't do much.
If you think about like what WWE, what he does in WWE,
Yeah.
he gets out there and he talks shit like that, and that's what builds the promotion and the amp and the hype for all of these things. Is Vince McMahon's out there going, you know, I got my son-in-law Triple H is gonna beat your ass.
See,
where he's like, I'll whoop you like I whoop my grandkids, you know, and it's like, okay, Vince, it's been a while since I've watched WWE, so if that's not close to Vince McMahon, just fucking cool it.
I'm hoping everybody realizes at this point in life that it's staged. WWE is.
Yeah.
The Vince McMahon, yes, is the chairman. Vince McMahon, yes, does a lot of shit for the WWE. But the thing about Dana is Dana actually like sets up fights, goes to people, makes sure they're cutting weight, talks to them, actually does it. And Vince is just doing it just for a show. Right.
Yeah.
But they are very similar people.
They're both showmen.
They're both showmen. Dana, I don't think has ever fought. Vince was a wrestler in WWF.
And he still, I think he still does stuff from time to time, doesn't he?
I think it's his son that is just taking over now.
Oh, okay.
But yes, he fought Trump. You don't remember? Did you watch that? Donald Trump and Vince McMahon. They had two people fight for them, right?
I saw like a meme where like Stone Cold Steve Austin, like in the White House with Trump and Vince McMahon and other people. It says, I believe Stone Cold has Stone Cold stunned at least. Like it was Triple H. Triple H was there.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where like I had to like take a second and be like, and I was like,
no, it really happened.
Yeah, he was really fucking stone cold stunned. Donald Trump, so he's stone cold stunned. That's a thing he can say for the rest of his life. Like the president of the United States of America, stone cold stunned that motherfucker.
Right.
And like and we can say like. Which, I mean, if you think about it, like it's not actually that new for like our presidents to be a sort of spectacle, like to have these. I guess you could say spectacular in that sense, but like Andrew Jackson used to have like boxing matches in the backyard of the White House.
Oh yeah,
like that's not new, but it's still.
Was an actor. JFK was.
Yeah, Reagan was an actor, but was Reagan acting when he was president?
I think he was.
Well, no, Trump doesn't wrestle now.
No.
But would you be surprised? Like if
Trump
Thursday, like if like a WWE SmackDown rolled around and Donald Trump came out and was like, "I'm gonna whoop some ass," and then he actually does whoop some ass on stand, and he's beating someone with a Bill of Rights and shit like that. I don't think I'd be that surprised. Like, I'd be like, whoa, cool. But I wouldn't be like, no way it's ever going to happen. Like, I can believe that.
Even Obama did guest spots in shows. Between Two Ferns with him and Zach.
Oh, yeah, he did stuff all the time. Like, he was doing...
I mean, that was more promotional, but...
Yeah, he was doing Kimmel and I forgot, all other late show hosts.
Yeah.
Fallon.
And
Why is Kimmel in my mind?
He was on, I don't know what movie, but he played a guest spot in some movie. And
yeah,
I mean, obviously he was the president in the movie or something, but he still did stuff. And it's just not.
New goal. We need to see Donald Trump in a NASCAR race. That is the next logical evolution. We need to see him out there racing in a NASCAR. or at least Donald Trump Jr. Like, at
I,
least.
I was thinking some Olympic sport, like Olympic swimming or something.
How about okay? This
I
is
li-
this is it. This is it. This is my pitch. Okay, Donald Trump versus Caitlyn Jenner in an Olympic competition.
and ski
who's
shooting,
who's better? No, no, no. They have to do
luge,
actual physical work, something that like geriatrics would do with for a sport, but they still do it.
Olympic gymnastics.
Well, because Bruce Jenner was an Olympic gymnast. That's how. That's how Bruce Jenner got famous.
It was a runner, but he did gymnastics too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did he win for running?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He was an Olympic runner.
So that's what
but
makes sense. So they run. They have to have like a 5K, like an Olympic 5K.
Caitlyn has to be in heels.
Caitlyn, it's only fair because Donald's like 70 some years old.
Yeah.
How old is Caitlyn Jenner?
Gotta be in her 60s.
I mean, so because like like
maybe late 50s, early 60s.
Still gotta whoop his ass.
Oh yeah, that's why she has to wear heels.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Donald's like in Depends. Like
he really is.
Yeah, he's not gonna beat someone in a race. I can see him showing up in like a scooter though, or something like that, like Cartman in it, like whooping ass. Yeah.
The funniest thing if he crosses the finish line, if he loses, which he probably will, Stone Cold fucking comes and stuns his ass.
No. He's like, I brought friends, and then Stone Cold stuns Caitlyn Jenner. America goes wild. France, Germany, England are all standing from the sidelines with a big old frown on their face, like this. Fucking
Americans.
Fucking Americans. And we're all just woo! Like, because you know what? Like, politics aside, like you can hate on Donald Trump. You can hate on Caitlyn Jenner. But if you can't enjoy the idea of those two in a race together,
right,
and then Stone Cold stunning one or both of them, you're not American.
I would like him to stun Caitlyn and then drink a beer, slam a beer with Trump.
Slam a beer. Throw it down. Fucking. You look at her and go, I don't normally hit girls, but I don't even give a shit. Boom.
Boom.
And then it just ends up on the news, and like a whole bunch of guys are like, this is why we need to impeach Trump.
But like, no, because it's all right, here's the deal.
It's so fun.
Again, all politics aside, America's a fucking playground for real for people. Like, just besides business, people just do
their damn minds.
Yeah, and we have. We're all slowly becoming California.
How are we becoming California?
The whole U.S. is gonna become California someday.
And then we're gonna secede from the U.S. as California. All that'll be left is Utah.
Cherry picking states: Texas, Utah.
No, Utah will be all that's left. You're in Salt Lake City. All the Mormons are gonna be like, nope.
Texas is not gonna be left either because they're gonna come away from us too. They're gonna become their own country as well. I mean, Texas has wanted to do that forever. Which they have the capacity to be their own.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of danger though, because then you have U.S. and you have Mexico on the side.
And you just have fucking Texas in the middle.
It's
they'll take care of shit.
Hawaii, really. No, okay, not Hawaii. Hawaiians.
They're their own country anyway.
They want to be done, but no. Like the truth is like they could be overrun in seconds. Like there's a lot of military bases there, but if the military pulled out,
yeah, but
no tourism, all that, rude. They'd be screwed. Like my sister's lived there for 6 years. She's like, yeah, there's no way. Also, it's hell there sometimes. Like trying to cross, like I was realizing it. Like people go, "Oh, Des Moines is like an hour away from you." That's like such a long ways to go to like a Target or something. And I'm like, go to any city, go to Hawaii. My sister to go shopping would have to go on like a 2 hour drive. Yep. You know what? You should tell me, Heather, because I don't know. I feel like it was 2 hours. Every time we'd go out, it'd be like 2 hours. It'd be like an hour out, maybe 2 hours, hour, maybe 2 hours back, wherever we'd go. Because and not because it's that far, but because the traffic is so shitty. Like in Hawaii, like it's bad.
You know,
And I'm like, Des Moines not so bad. Like at least it's a relaxing drive.
right? Yeah, and Des Moines is really not that bad. There's certain parts of Des Moines that are, but you know who could be their own country?
Who?
Who basically are their own country? Fucking Alaska. They do
Alaska's
so much shit on their own, anyways. I mean, they're so just on their own. You can't. There's so many places in Alaska you literally can't even get to unless you're walking or taking a fucking dog sled.
Or you have to like ferry there.
Or yeah,
like Juneau, you have to ferry to Juneau. It's terrible.
I mean, their money is not coming from tourism.
Yeah.
Everybody who lives in Alaska just survives on their own, anyways.
Okay, well, this has been a fun talk, Darren, but I have to get ready for work.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 4:04 already. It's crazy.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah. So hey guys, thank you guys for checking us out. Again, if you're watching this live, you can download us in your pocket. Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Castbox. So you can download us, put a little Catchy in your pocket, guys. And also, if you're listening to us from your pocket, you can watch us live every Wednesday around 3 p.m. Central. And then you can also watch any of the videos on YouTube. Well, at CatchyJD. If you guys really want to go the extra mile to support us, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at CatchyJD, and subscribe to YouTube. Smack that like button on this video, and maybe even go the extra mile and go and rate us on iTunes, and I think you can rate us on Castbox as well.
Share us.
Yeah, share with your friends.
Put on your notification bell.
Yeah, hit that notification bell. It'll tell you exactly when we're live. Or you can subscribe to us on those listening platforms, and it'll just download automatically into your pocket.
Just do nothing at all and just wait for us to come up. Be watching all the sites. Literally.
Watch all of them.
Yeah.
Get like 5 tabs, 6 tabs, 20 tabs, all the tabs. But check us out. Yeah, so we're going to head out, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. See you next week, Christopher Goodrich. I didn't get to read half of the shit Chris said. So I just imagine you two guys 30 years from now and still doing this podcast, doing that stuff. He also says you two should do that for an episode of the podcast. I think he was talking about accents at that point.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we'll miss you. And then Thomas popped in. He said hi. He said he finally woke up because Thomas has to work.
Well,
but yeah, guys, we're going to see you next time here on Catchy next Wednesday, 3-ish. Bye.
Bye.